go. Oh, there you go. And we're live, mate. That was a last-minute rush, mate, wasn't it?
Always is.
Hello. Colin here, Festa 67 from eModels, folks. Yes. Have we got Lamb Chop there? Hello, geese.
Hello. I'm Lamb Chop. Hello. I can't do the Lamb Chop voice.
Yeah, that was a bit bish. Mate,
I can't remember what Lamb Chop's voice was. I can kind of remember it, but I can't quite.
Yes, folks, welcome back to a bit of Wednesday Workbench Live. It's been a little while. Did we do one last week? I can't remember.
No, we did not.
Yeah, we've not been about, a little bit, but real life at the moment, folks. And I'm not going to be about for a Monday eModel show next week because my good wife is going in for surgery next week. So I'm going to be walking circles around the carpet and getting on her nerves for a couple of days. So hopefully I might be able to do a show Wednesday. I'll have a go. But again, if I'm still nursing H, then obviously I won't be about, folks.
If she gets fed up with his presence too much, he'll be doing a Wednesday show. But if not,
yeah, if I'm getting under her feet, then I'll be here next Wednesday. But at the moment, don't rely on me. That's some more of an incentive to ring the bell there so that you get the notification, folks. So bear that in mind. Talking of the chat land, we've got some lovely people in the chat, so I'll sit and read that before we do our About Us bit. There's me and Fox in there saying hello, and the eagle-eyed will notice there's a new logo for me now because I got fed up with the old one. So, yeah, I'm still undecided about my channel name because I sat down with a notepad and wrote down everything I've got to change the brand on. Yeah, it's a long list.
He was going to go for Captain. He was going to go for Captain Fantastic's Cheese Emporium, but I talked him out of it.
Yeah, of course I was. There you go. Bill's in saying good evening, as is Jackie saying good evening. Hello, Jackie and Bill.
Hey, guys.
Bill says, my latest eModels all arrives on Friday. I'm giddy with excitement. Yes, welcome, mate. Bill bought... Do you remember that big excavator thing I was going to build for Pete?
Oh, yeah, the big massive one.
Then he said, please don't, because I'm struggling with Ted's sub, let alone that. Bill's got to bolt it, mate. So
lovely.
I popped into Zoom to have a chat with him because I saw his post. And I said to him, I won't be happy unless he does a full quarry scene for it to sit in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there you go.
That's the one that's like the size of a small city, isn't it? It's like the
pretty much, mate.
Like...
Yeah, nice. By the time he gets to the last bucket on the wheel with the weather in, he'll be going, yeah. Donald Mackenzie is in saying hi, everyone. Hello, Donald. How you doing, mate? Everyone's saying hello to Donald. Stefan Last is in, saying good evening, folks. Good evening, Stefan. Welcome, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Steve is in, says good evening, all. Good evening, Steve. How are you, me old mucker?
Welcome.
The Bobbins is in, says greetings, as is Jeff Light. He says a very good evening, Cole Fox and all in chat. Good evening, and a big hug to the beautiful Maggie, if she's there with you. Love and hugs. Mark Dunmore is in, says evening all. Hello, Mark. How are you, geezer?
Hello.
Betsy is in, says evening all. Hello, Betsy, me old chisel. How are you?
Me old chisel, I like that.
Jackie says, Stefan, I hope you're feeling better, as do we all. I'm just going to move my webcam round that way because I don't want accidental shots of my torso because it's a bit warm in here. Poor old Fox got the full face shot just now and it's frightened him. So, yeah. Everyone's saying hello. Absolutely. So it's nice and cool, though. And hopefully my fan ain't too loud, but it's damned warm in here. And, I needed to put my fan on to cool me down a bit. Anyway, I'm rambling already, geese. Don't forget, folks, bench, belly, beverage, biscuits. What's on the bench? What is in your belly? What are your biscuits of choice? And straight in goes Betsy. Belly, sausages, chicken dippers, hash browns and beans. Oh, just the laptop tonight is on the bench. And Bevy is a Diet Coke. Biscuit is dark chocolate digestives. Cold, look at that, eh? That's a fair old hole in it, mate. Is he there? No.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
I was talking to you, mate.
Did I drop out?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you were silent, mate. Yeah.
Maybe
So,
connection's a bit loose.
What's your belly bench of beverage then, Geese? And how are you? And how's my mum?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm very warm.
It's a bit,
all right. Yeah, Mama Wolf is fine. She's downstairs with her iPad as always. She had a Subway for dinner tonight, so she's more than happy.
Oh, she's happy as I'll get slop, is she, mate?
Yeah, and I think she's watching Vera, or is it that thing where they go to Africa and start running a safari? I don't know.
Right, yeah.
She watches ITV3 all day, so
it's
usually something old.
Oh dear, someone has to.
Yeah, bench and belly and all that for me tonight. Tonight I'm carrying on with my Lord Kroak. I've not finished painting the Jade. I was going to do that off camera, but I didn't get a chance. So I'm going to dive back into the gold tonight because there's a lot of gold on this thing and I need to get all that gold based.
Can't have too much gold, mate. Gold always looks nice on a build.
Absolutely. That means I'll have to actually start painting Lord Kroak himself with his fancy hat as well.
Oh, I'll cut you with your fancy hatness, eh?
Fancy hat. Belly, don't know yet. That'll be afterwards. Beverage is cup of tea and some water. And biscuits is chocolate hobnobs.
You're an hobnob.
The SAS of biscuits.
Let's actually glue them in with a bit thicker glue there. So let's glue
that's
that in
me. LWM says, Belly, chicken fajitas, bench and out at the moment. Bevy, mug of rosy biscuits. Rivita if I get peckish later.
Nice
that's
one.
a sign of That's a sign of someone that was around in the 70s and 80s if they say bevy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, bevy, yeah.
Stefan Lass says, thanks, I'm slowly but surely improving. Nice to hear.
Brilliant. It's nice to hear, Stefan, mate, because, you know, you're part of our little family, mate.
Yeah. And Steve says, what's that, Colin? You changing channel name to The Naked Modeler?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely up for doing a full-blown channel rename. And then I wrote down everything that I've got to change, and it's a lot of work. I mean, it's funny. I was filming Partworks earlier, and I had to go through and put the new badge on all of them thumbnails. And then literally, as I was doing the pre-roll for this, I realised I hadn't even put it on this one. So, yeah, I've got all my artwork to change now. So just that's a lot of work. But it's not to say I haven't put it off, but
a lot of stuff involved.
Yeah, so yes, I've got to make the change worthwhile. And is it going to be any really different? I mean, a workshop, you can build anything in a workshop, can't you? So I don't want to have it a specific model making, because obviously I'm doing Partworks, I'm doing Warhammer and other bits and pieces. So yeah, it's one of them.
It's a difficult thing to settle on. It's not easy. Come up with a name that you like, that you think everybody else will like, that you think will work, and that doesn't sound terrible. So it's not a simple decision.
So, yeah, but I definitely am a lot happier with the logo, because for me it just works a bit better.
Yeah.
So
anyway, how are you? How's my mum and your bench, belly and everything from your end?
I'm fine and dandy. My bench is obviously this stuff. The chickens and the sausages and all of that, look.
Sausages.
I'm mounting me meat. Sorry. I'm mounting me meat. I've done it again, didn't I? I'm placing my meat in the tubs on here and gluing it in, and then I can go round and dab any glue any paint where I've cut stuff off sprues, because anything visible that needs a touch up, I'll do it. But other than that, a lot of it's gluing surfaces. So that's what I'm up to. I'm hoping by the end of tonight's show that I'll have all the buildy of the kits done. I can then focus going forward on creating the diorama.
Nice.
So that's what I'm up to, mate. And what about you? You might
I've done that bit.
Yeah, you might have already said, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah. What about your beverage and your...
cup of tea. I've got energy drink stuff there that H makes for me. Nice. Tuesday is going to be a bit of fresh... No, it's Wednesday, isn't it? It's not Tuesday yet. Yeah. Bangers and mash night, then.
Oh, bangers and mash, yeah.
So, yeah, that's what that'll be, then. Bangers and mash day.
There you go. Everything's better when you know it's bangers and mash.
Yeah, so that's what it'll be tonight. There you go. So So that'll all go off, and then I can go back with that and paint that. So I'm happier. Well, yeah, so yeah, it's...
I really want bangers and mash now. Gosh darn it.
Well, I do this to it quite often. I did a bad one again last night. I had the cold tin of bangers and beans because why not? It was like, yeah, I was going to send you a photo, and I thought, I've already done that.
Yeah, the thing is, I've actually got tins of beans now, so...
Yeah, so
I've
it's
still
like,
got
yeah.
a couple of bendy sausages in the fridge.
That was like, yeah.
So...
I've got a loaf of bread put in first, didn't I? Yeah, of course I have. Let's put that in there, up that way then.
I went shopping the other day, and amongst all the other things I had to buy, I got an enormous tiger loaf.
Oh, bit of tiger bread. Nice one.
Yeah, and it's funny how you get a tiger loaf, and suddenly all you want to do is eat tiger loaf all day. Just tiger loaf and butter. It's like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it's a fresh one.
Oh, yeah. Fresh but pre-sliced, which is always handy.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a loaf in there. Boom.
I've got to try and figure out in some of these things on Kroak's Throne what is metal and gold and what is like a leaf.
Oh, that's too much gold?
No, but it's not actually clear each time exactly what is gold and what isn't.
Yeah, I do like a bit of gold. You might have noticed.
A little bit of gold.
A bit of banger there. Got no idea, mate. Stick it to me tweezers for 2 minutes. I better get that to stay in there, won't I?
Hmm.
Perhaps not. Okay. Stick to my hand instead then.
I've got to be very careful when painting this, not to knock the spear of the skink spear, because I've broken it off several times already.
Oh, is it been playing you up a bit, has it?
Yeah, I've already had to fix it several times. Every time I fix it, it requires more easy line to go around it, so it's getting looking more and more like a seamstress's thing of a thread rather than the tip of a spear.
Chin twitchy struck again there, folks. Apologies for that.
Oh. Careful.
I like catching twitchies, my best friend.
Absolutely. You'd do anything for him, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Happy days. Okay, let's find my resolve.
So you might just be seeing the back of my hand a bit tonight while I'm painting details, because...
Right. Okie dokie, let's get that in there. A bit of banger. Maybe use some of that. Have you a bit of that in there? Oh, your sausages. There you go.
Do you know, like, are you a brush licker? I can't remember if you're a brush licker.
Oh, no.
Well, anybody out there who's a brush licker, like me, to get a point on your brush, you'll know that different paints have different flavours, different acrylic paints, when you're licking your brush. Mm-hmm. You'll know that Agrax Earthshade is the worst taste in the world, and you'll never lick your brush with Agrax Earthshade again. But bizarrely, Retributor Armour, when you're using a wet palette, if you lick your brush, it tastes kind of like swimming pool.
Oh, right, yeah, like the chlorine water, yeah.
Yeah, but like a kind of fresh, like it's a freshly filled, freshly clean, or maybe not a swimming pool a little bit, but more like when you're a kid and it's paddling pool. It tastes like that.
Oh, right, yeah.
That kind of fresh. I've just kind of twigged it now. How very bizarre. Lamian medium smells like applesauce, but trust me, it doesn't taste like applesauce.
No.
Check my reference on this. I need to check the picture out. What do I need to paint? That. And that. Okay, we can do that.
We then got another one to go over there.
Do. Have you tried any of the Chicago Town Tiger Bread Crust pizzas? They are very tasty. I don't like Chicago Town pizzas. Other pizzas are available, of course. I've never liked Chicago Town pizzas. I can't stand them. I don't know why. They're always like, eh.
A bit bish, are they?
They taste a bit like, I don't know, manufactured to me.
Oh, overtly processed, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, look, I mean, I like pizzas. Bizarre, and we don't recommend any specific brand over another, but the ones that the Co-op sells, if you go into your local Co-op and they've got a shelf with this little pizza in a plastic wrap, they're quite nice, actually. They're simple. They do some on on olive bread or something, like a sourdough bread. They do these sourdough pizzas that are like that shape. They're like tube shaped, right? And they're really nice.
Your tube shaped.
LWM says to you, how about Cockney Creations for a channel name?
I see what he did there.
Oh, blimey, geezer.
Oh, blimey.
Apples and pears. You could have Dick Van Dyke as your channel logo.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'll rush out and do that immediately, Fox.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, Fox swallowing paint. That explains so much.
Yeah. Bless him.
Right. Don't forget, folks, of course, this is a show for eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop.
For all your model making needs.
How many needs, Festa?
All of them.
All of them. Yeah, so do make sure to go along and accidentally spend all your money. They love it when you give them money in exchange for goods and services.
Absolutely.
If you're watching this and you're embedded in Facebook and Twitter, come and join the live chat. And we'll do our best to hang out with you and answer your questions and things like that. Just click the YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner. Please keep it family-friendly in the chat, because this is open to all ages, and please make sure you don't discuss other model retailers.
Exactly. Isn't cool.
Yeah, no, you don't go into your local butchers and start talking about the butchers down the road.
Yeah, we will give you finger of shame.
Yeah, the butcher would thump you. I actually experienced that once. I was in my local. There's like a local wood thing. You go in and they're like a wood merchants. It's like a big warehouse, and they do all the cutting and stuff, and they build kitchen things. But you can also just walk in and buy stuff. And I was in there one day, and there was a woman at the counter, and she was talking. The guy was racking up her order, and she was talking to someone with her, and just absolutely going on about some like competitor, which is about a mile away.
Yeah.
And saying how they were much better and done. I'm like, that's so rude.
That's just poor form, isn't it?
Yeah, being in a shop and like in front of the guy at the counter and just slagging off the shop you're in and saying the other shop's like,
Nah, don't think you should do that. That's just not on.
No, it's rude. That is. It's not acceptable.
Slap that in there.
Then she went outside, got into a Chelsea tractor, and I thought, yeah, that's all right.
I don't know.
So rude. Is that leaf or is that gold?
Gold.
I'm a great relief. No, sorry.
You're made of leaf.
Ooh.
Or leaves.
I like leaves. Leaves sounds more fun.
Let's get all my meat on there.
Get all your meat on the techno. Moving on. Does everything look bigger on your bench still, Festa?
Oh, yeah, always does, mate.
Does it make your meat look bigger? No. We can't help ourselves, can we?
Oh, you can't. I'm being good.
I'm going to see if my camera can pick up on this. I don't know if it will.
Go full screen if you need to, mate.
No, when you've got a gold paint, right, and you've been painting, and then you decide to clean off your brush, and it goes all magical and swirly.
Yeah, glistens.
Yeah.
A bit like a chameleon paint, a colour changing paint.
Yeah, and sometimes you can see like the clouds and it's like watching a little galaxy form, and I could sit and watch that for hours.
Yeah,
because I'm simple like that.
That's a nice lustrous patina.
Ooh, steady now.
Told you, mate. Been swallowing a dictionary today. Been really good.
Lustrous and patina. I'm liking the way you're going.
But no. Well, we're not.
Mm. See, he wants you to think he's all cockney in this, but he's not really. He's a very intelligent man. He's a very well-spoken man. It's all an act.
Yeah. Bit of rolled up banger there.
I want sausages now.
A few some of that. I'll just get all of these bits off there whilst I'm having my moment. So, Put that in there and then cut off the rest of the meat. It's all then done. Happy days. I've got meat to go on a barrow as well yet. So.
Yep. You're getting close to diorama time now, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I haven't given it much thought until I get all the bits on it, if that makes sense, because then it will sit on the shelf of talk to me-ness.
Yeah, you need to get them all in context with each other, and you can
exactly. So there'll be deft amounts of repositioning going on and all of that. And then it will suddenly go, yeah, I'm happy, and that's
the
when
story will be revealed to you.
I can start sketching it out then on the notepad, and I can apply my diorama-ness to it. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you, because this has been a little while going on now, and I am mindful of that. You know? Yeah. I want the viewers getting bored, but, you know.
It's been a good long build. It's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just started off with doing the milk truck, and then my brain just went, why don't you put your old beer truck with it? And then that was it. Well, why not just have a little market scene going on or something of that nature? So
market.
Yeah. So,
I don't think viewers will get bored. I think it's fascinating to see the whole process, how something, goes into it. Especially something like as diverse and complex as a diorama in many models. I think it's a fascinating thing to watch.
Don't see many of them been done live.
No.
Normally it's a heavily edited bit of video, and I just want people to see that, yes, you can do it live or watch along with it, but also you get to see the thought process, the mistakes that get made and how you rectify them. Because when you're live, you can't hide behind mistakes. You just have to say, yeah, that went well, carry on. Right, let's now repair the damage I've just done. Oh, yeah.
It's very rare that you can actually get away with it.
Yeah.
Unless the viewer doesn't know what your actual intention was anyway, in which case you can say, yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Yeah, but I'm normally that person that will say, yeah, I made a boo-boo there.
Yep, me too.
We all make mistakes, or happy accidents. And then you can say, well, this is a bit of a boo-boo, but if I do this, and this, problem solved.
The thing is, it's more valuable to someone being taught how to do something to see you mess it up.
Yeah.
Because then when they mess it up, they don't feel quite so bad.
I'm just denubbing all of these. Yes, I painted them on the sprues, and if I hadn't done, I wouldn't have to do this. But it's far easier to touch up a little nub than it is, me trying to hold that and paint it. I'd have paint everywhere other than the meat. So,
yeah.
And also, I'm going to touch this up once I've mounted the meat. All these innuendos say I'm doing well. But yeah, once I've mounted it, go on, carry on. I'll stop.
No, go on. No,
you carry on, mate.
No, go on.
That's all right. I've forgotten now. It wasn't that important.
You said once you've painted your meat.
Yeah, you carry on.
No, I forgot what I'm going to say now.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, it'd be nice when it's done. All right, let's get me Polky the Pig's canister sorted out. Because this is still really quite dark, this meat, and I know I wanted to dry brush over it in places, so me doing that once it's all glued together where it needs to go is far easier, because I don't have to worry about holding it in my twitchy paws. So.
Yep. We want to glue together. How is that painted?
Put a bit of a smoother finish on that, so use that one.
All the way down, okay.
There you go. Right between these ear holes.
Ear holes.
Got me chicken. It's a chicken, isn't it?
Chicken, you say?
Right. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of clucks going in there. Yeah, all right. So he goes that way round. As I'm trying to replicate the box art, in case you're wondering why I'm fussing over that so much. That's the box art, see, the layout of it. And I'm trying to recreate that on mine to look as near as damn it, because why not?
Yeah, do it.
And it just lets people think that they can have a go at this sort of work. And it's not special, it's not complicated, it's just taking your time, folks. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah. It's like, when it comes to model painting and stuff, 40% of it is just knowing what to use when, and 40% of it is confidence.
Yeah.
And then 20% of it is the creative bit at the end. If you know, it's mostly excuse me, it's mostly mechanical. It's mostly learning the tools and how to use them.
Yeah.
Because the creative bit will come naturally.
Yeah, exactly what he says, folks.
You know, you get people that say, "Oh, I can't do that because I can't draw, I can't paint." You get the same with people trying to learn art, and it's like
you can if you have a go.
Yeah, it's mostly about learning what to use and how to use it.
That's all I say to people when they say to me, "Oh, I'd love to be able to do what you do." Well, have a go.
You can, yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, yeah, but no, just have a go. Give it a try."
People say, you know, "Oh, I'm not very creative." I've said, "Have you ever come up with a cracking excuse to why you didn't go into work?" Yeah, there you are. You're creative. You can tell a story.
Exactly. Let's put that glue in there and get that bloody hand to
Everyone
work.
can tell a story.
Have you some of that?
And that's what me and Festa and Chris and Ted do. That's what we're all about. It's all about, you know, trying to show people that they can do all these things that they think they can't. That it's open to everybody. You don't have to be a maestro of the paintbrush to do a really good paint job.
Good God, no. I'm not an expert. Don't try to be either. I leave that to other people.
Yep. It's one of those hobbies that looks a lot more complex than it is if you don't know how to do it, and you look at an end result and you think, how did they even do that? And our job is to say, like this.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid is my motto.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing special about what I do. I don't pretend to be an expert or anything like that. I just want people to see that you can do it. That's why my eModels videos are like they are. I tried to keep it out of box as much as I can, because that way anyone new to models can go, oh, I can have a go at doing that. And once they realise they can do the same as the bloke on the telly box, their confidence grows massively. So, for me, that's what it's all about.
Yes, absolutely.
So I often get asked why I do out-of-box stuff on eModels and different stuff on my own. Well, it's because not everyone that's buying is an experienced modeller. You get a lot of noobs. So I like to try to keep it level-headed, if that's the word. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, we aim the eModel stuff at sort of at the, maybe not all at beginner level, but just at, you know, people who are getting started in the hobby.
We're more instructional and tutorial, aren't we, with the eModel stuff? Because we're trying to get people into the hobby. We're trying to get people's confidence levels going. And I think that's important.
Yes, what I said. It's like confidence is so important.
You know, not everyone has got airbrushes and equipment. So I try to keep it as... That's why I get more into the brush painting, because not everyone has got, you know, loads of airbrushes and stuff like that. So
yeah, it makes it accessible to more people, doesn't it?
Of course it does. So that's why I'm quite protective like that with the eModels stuff, purely and simply because I think it works. It's a bit for everyone, isn't there? Then,
and there's also a lot of people who. There's a lot more younger builders that will buy stuff or get stuff bought from them from eModels, and again, that's what those videos are for. You know, your dad buys you your first kit and some paints. You're not going to go in thinking, right, I need an airbrush, I need this. No, it's not going to.
Well, this is it. It's only since I've been YouTubing that I've been using airbrushes on kits.
Mm.
You know, I used to have my big heavy-duty airbrushes that I'd spray me cars with, because that's what I had left over from the bike days. Mm. And then I had an old panache airbrush that I used to use for my detail work, and started using that on the model kits. And then obviously I bought others over the years. So.
Yep. I was all about airbrushing when I started the YouTubing, and then when I started getting into brush painting, I quickly grew tired of airbrushing because it's such a faff compared to just...
It is that I've got 5 models over there that I've got to go in the spray booth. Well, my spray booth, I need to just give a good dung out anyway, because the filter is fish. But it's just the hassle of setting it all up, doing the spray, and you're just like, oh, really? Yeah. I'll do it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not as enthusiastic airbrushing now.
No. Like if I'm doing, say, a tank or something now, and it's a vehicle of some sort, and it doesn't have to be nice and shiny, it's a weathered vehicle.
Yeah.
I know that I can get a decent looking result without even thinking about an airbrush. If I'm not rushing for time, if I'm pressed for time, then an airbrush will come out.
Yeah.
But if I'm just doing it for the fun of it, and as time's not a problem, I'll use dry brushing and other techniques because I enjoy that more. Because for me, I have to clear half my bench away to get the spray booth out.
Same here.
Yeah, you're the same, aren't you? So that's half an hour messing about.
Yeah, my spray booth actually plugs in underneath the eModels thing there. I've got a little cutout because I have an extractor system that goes underneath my bench and out the walls.
Yeah, I have to physically, I have to obviously physically, but I have to sort of take away half of my hobby zone units and find somewhere to put them while I'm spraying because I need the desk space. It's just a pain. And then there's a cleaning the airbrush and everything else. It's like, yes, it's faster. But if I'm not pushed for time, then
it's the CBA factor.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
comes into it, and it's like, yeah, it really can't be. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I get to put a respirator on and sound like Darth Vader or Bane or something, but at the same time, yeah, when you've been spraying for like 2 or 3 hours and all you can smell is face.
Yeah.
You take the thing off, and especially when you've got, like me and Festa, you've got a beard.
Yeah.
You take your respirator off because you use a respirator, not a mask. And everything's moist. You've got a kind of raspy throat because you've been breathing through your respirator for 2 or 3 hours. And you've got that kind of squished nose, and all you can smell is face.
Yeah.
Because your nose has been squished up against your top lip, and it's like, everything smells like face. It's not good.
That's how people can tell if I've been airbrushing, because I have a slightly shorter beard than normal. Yeah. It's because I've had to
sort of squished
trim the beard because I've been airbrushing. So. Because obviously using 2Ks and that, it's
using lacquers,
you cannot risk it.
No. And this what does amuse me when people do spraying and they've got big long beards. And they're like, I think to myself, you do realise that beard is making your respirator completely ineffective and you're breathing in all the vapours.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at chat. Where are we up to? Bobbins says, Belly, hum and mushroom. I think he means ham and mushroom. Hum and mushroom pizza. Bench empty. Biscuits, white chocolate cookies. Ooh.
Oh, nice one.
Interesting. Donald Mackenzie, belly chili, yes. Bench, Dederidex class warbird, nice. 3D printed T60 armor, Fallout, nice. Meng size harvester, bevy, Coke Zero with lemon.
Nice one.
I don't know what a size harvester is though. I know the Dederidex is Star Trek and the T60 armor is Fallout, but I don't know about the harvester. Is that a Dune thing? Being a monk?
I don't know.
Hugh Gordon, evening, Cole, Wolfie, and all in chat. Evening,
hello,
Hugh.
Welcome. How are you, buddy? How nice to see you.
He's the only person that calls me by my surname. I like that.
Yeah.
Stefan Last, belly, toast with cheese and ham. Bench, busy cleaning out the mountain of rubbish between me and my bench. I can now actually see part of it. Beverage, ice cold, Sprite Zero. Then that's where what's he called? Beryl? What's he called now?
Oh,
not Beryl.
Betsy.
No, Betsy. That's it.
Betsy.
Yeah.
How can you forget Betsy? No one puts Betsy in the corner.
Because I keep thinking of Gertrude because it's like a cow name. Because he said you make me sound like a cow.
Yeah.
Steve says it's got to be an unsliced tiger loaf fox. Got to have thick slices for toast. Yes, I know, but for unfortunately for me, Most of the tiger love goes to Mama Wolf's corned beef sandwiches. She doesn't like thick chunks of bread because she struggles to eat them. So we have to have the thin, pre-sliced stuff.
In other words, you can't be bothered to do thin for mum and thick for you. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm rubbish at slicing tiger loaf. I end up with like wedges and stuff. It's like, nah. I always get it wrong and she never eats half of it. So at least I know if I get a sliced one, she's going to eat the whole thing.
Right.
But it's getting Mama Wolf to eat stuff because she eats like a sparrow. She's got the appetite. She eats like a pea and she's full. So
yeah, she's a lady of a certain age, don't she?
Oh, yeah. Tiger bread, I've never tried it, says Jeff. It's like a big, long loaf, kind of that shape, and it's just got this, like, you know, like a Grelin mud, the Citadel paint that has that crackle texture. It's like that on top. It's got this crackle texture. It's gorgeous. It's like crusty and it's very nice.
You're crusty.
Thank you very much.
You're made of crust.
Yeah, it's a nice. You just cut it, and it's all soft and floofy in the middle. But the crust isn't hard, but it's nice. It's just so nice. Bobbins says new channel name: Meat on the Bench. Meat bench, bench meat. Best fresh loaf is salt and pepper, says Steve. Ooh.
Oh, good shout.
LWM says, ooh, there's some real pingage opportunities there on the Besk. To you?
Oh, yeah, there are, mate. Really, I should be using my anti-pingage device. It came into its own the other week, when I was doing the group build stuff. That Jeep and that, I just cut everything off in that booth, and the amount of pingage that went on. My carpet monster was proper belly rumbling at the end of it because it didn't get fed.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the
was
god.
It looking a bit.
Yeah, that's the god hand one. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. The clear thing, the box thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It really does come in useful. Tend not to use it live streaming purely and simply because of getting it in shot and getting what you see because of the magnifying glass. Where I've got my webcam set up, it can deflect the image or distort it. So you wouldn't be able to see greatly what I'm up to. So it's the only reason it's not on the bench at the moment. But all my off-air stuff, it's used constantly because, yeah.
Nice. I'll come back to chat in a second. Let me just paint this bit.
Yeah, where did you get to?
Skill Modelling Chaos says, will Cole be putting the sausage on display front and centre?
Hey, mate, if I shoot my webcam slightly, yeah. Bill says, I think this Friday we should get Fox to do a blindfold paint taste test to see how many colours he can guess correctly. I am up for that idea, mate.
No, I've never been really keen on, being poisoned.
Steve says his Baneblade is ready for him to start painting the tracks. Get in there.
Nice. How are you going to do your tracks then, Steve? Tell us your process. Because there's so many ways to do them.
I'm sure you're about to tell them how you would do it. So go on, mate, you do that.
No. I just want to know what Steve's going to do.
That's all right, mate. He might be waiting for a couple of tips, mate. I don't know.
No.
He says Donald says one of the most satisfying bits at my work is saying to the apprentice, your turn. The look of fear when they try to do the job. The look of complete happiness and confidence. He says spice harvester. I had it, my boy was 12 and he said to me once, teach me how to weld. So I did, and he ended up a better welder than I was, mate. So I used to get him to do all the headstocks on the frames and weld them up because he could lay a row of dimes better than me because my tremor had started to become a thing. So, yeah. Dr. Saurus said, hello, peoples. It's actually Cal that probably kept my workshop going a year longer because
he was there to do it.
He was able to do all the nice, sexy welding for me because I could no longer, Dr. Saurus is in saying hello to everyone. Jeff says I had a door cut and he says the crust is crusty. Please, mate. Let's put in a little there, just so that we know.
Spice Harvester, yes. So it's a dune thing. Yes, I just guessed it was maybe Dune from the factory of the men kit. So
there you go.
I don't know anything about.
Uber professional am I by putting red to here in the chat because we are useless, us two.
We are. We are.
Right, so that's that meat all mounted. I'm going to now mount some more meat.
Mount the meat.
No. I am going to place some more meat on my barra.
Join Festa and Foxx live at 9 p.m. Wednesdays for mounting meat.
Yeah, eModels, the adult channel for your service.
eModels After Dark.
Anyone of a nervous disposition. Right, so we need to slather a bit of that across the old shoulders of that. Just like so. Have you a bit of that. And then, like I say, once this is all mounted, I'm going to be happier because I can go round and do all my ribbage then. Yeah, that went well, Carl. What have we got to weigh that down? Soddle at the moment, so let's just rest it.
Talking of meat, I discovered a new takeaway near me, new burger place. Yes, and they do an Aberdeen Angus burger.
Oh,
which is always a winner. But they do an Aberdeen Angus burger that has 4 burgers in it.
Oh, nice, mate! All day long.
It's like a half pound, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's £1. £1 of pure Scottish meat there, geez.
But they managed to make it, when they make the burgers, they somehow get them to go really flat and squishy, but they still contain all the good stuff. It's like, compact yet erudite. It's like, very nice.
Look at you with your long words. I'm impressed.
I don't know what erudite means. It sounded right.
Sounded good, though. I was impressed, mate.
I could be using it out of the right context. I don't know.
Don't matter. As long as it felt right to you, happy days.
Best way to sound clever is to make up words that sound good.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it. And if somebody doesn't know what it means because you made it up, they won't say it because they won't say, what does that word mean?
Exactly. Oh, really? Bionic hands today. There you go. We shall do this. We shall get it done.
We have the technology.
There you go. Don't worry about that because I've got something to go in there, which will be a couple of them, I think, will slap in there. I've got some heads to go in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to oink that in there because there's a bit of glue there anyway. So let's slab that joint there. Get in there.
Well, Sid James confirmed.
See what he did there. Sid James, my God.
Yeah.
Blast from the past. Have you some of that?
Have you some of that?
There you go. Try not to drop it, Carl. Okay, we got another head to go down there, and then we got a leg leaning up against that. Happy days. And I will go back with the old touch-up brush and go round and touch all the bits up that need a little bit of TLC. Bit of lipstick and mascara edge. I know there's a few visible bits that need touching up, so we'll do that at some point.
Wait, where does that end? What?
Like you there. Okay, we got a bit of gappage there, so let's whop you just up in there. There you go, my son.
He says he's going to start with German tank grey, followed with rust washes and mud and dust. Oh, very nice.
Oh, nice. Looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, the night shift technique. I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
My friends.
Your mate.
My mate Martin.
Your mate Martin?
Yeah, my mate Martin. Yeah. Legend. Absolutely.
LWM
legend.
says ribbage for her pleasure. Steady now. Betsy says, I never realised Colin was so good at handling small meat.
I know.
It's like a natural talent, isn't it?
It is.
We're going to be in so much trouble.
I roll that when I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was reminded that I am still in the good books.
Wait, surely not. No, you must have done something. That's been, what, 6 months?
Yeah, I hadn't even give it any thought. And she said, you're still in the good books, love. And called me love as well. I was like...
Oh, wait, what? No.
Yeah. This
I'm getting scared.
this is an impossibility. It really is. Things like that, yeah.
This is divide by 0. It's not right.
Right, so we got that, we got all of
Making
that
me scared.
there. What's he got on his barra? He's got Polky
What's on your barra?
and a canister. Looks completely different to the bits that you have left. It's like, really?
Oh, but yeah, I've not finished the jade on this yet. I've got to do all the edge highlighting, and I think I might do a glaze of the lightest blue at the tips and the bottom just to make it a bit brighter. Because it's supposed to be a darker in the dark bit and brighter in the bright bit, and I'd some extra green and stuff, but it's all right.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of work to do on the jade, but I'll do that off camera because it's quite tiny and fiddly, and you really wouldn't see me doing anything. Oh, bum.
Was that because you was a bit jaded?
Oh,
come on.
Green with envy at that joke.
So he did.
See what I did there? Yeah. I'll give you 10 points for that. That was good. 10 points, that. Well earned.
Yeah.
10 points well earned, that, man.
So let's whop that in there.
Next up, Noblin' competition.
So he did. Right, so we've got enough to wick a bit of gluage in there.
Ooh, that's a big dog. Wow, that was a big dog.
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know if the viewers can hear that.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it. Well, I can anyway, but...
It's the difference between the little yappy one next door, but one that I hate, that needs to just, have an anvil dropped on it. And that big one that it barks like once a week.
Yeah.
Like 10 times and that's it. And it's probably because there's something in the garden, but that's it. But I like the big dog because it's just big and it's dumb.
So we've got all of that lot on there. I'm happy with that. We've got some more bangerage. So we've got all of those.
I may need to switch to a smaller brush because I'm going to be a little bit nervous.
I've got that.
Painting these bits.
And we got that. And a plucker. There you go.
Plucker.
Should all be for the barra. Happy days. We are getting there, folks.
Is that a pheasant plucker?
See what we did there. Right. Let's have a looky-loo then at what we can put in here. We're going to have another bit of bangerage going in down there, I reckon. So let's have a bit of that. Yeah.
Be very careful around this jade. I don't want to get gold paint on the jade bits.
No, you don't want to do that, mate. Don't want to get gold on your bits, mate, unless you're doing edges.
No. Yeah.
Gold edges is always a winner. Gold finger. No, let's not do that. Let's clean the edge of me banger off.
I've never had to be so careful handling a model to paint it. It's like every single part of this model is twangable and breakable. It's just, apart from, the bit on the top, every single part of it is something I can snap or break. It's a nightmare, but it's also very good fun.
Captain Twitchy. There you go. Let's go and retrieve that from where it landed. Because, yeah, why not?
Don't feed a monster. Don't give it a chance.
Nah, it's just me. Captain Twitchy, mate. Got a bout of the shakes this evening, so hopefully it's not too distracting, but it is. It is my thing, folks. I'm perfectly fine. It's just, for some reason, today is a tremor day, so... It's more frustrating than anything, to be honest with you. But
yeah.
It's one of them. Let's clean that off. Have you a bit of that? This is the stage I was dreading, to be quite honest with you, because I knew there would be lots of nubs to redo and that, but I'm fully aware of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they've got to be redone, so I shall redo them. Like that one. Put that one in there. Instead, do something else with that one because that's a bit mangy. That one.
A bit mangy.
Pop that one in. Just
Mange.
give that a bit of glue.
What I'm thinking about now is Aberdeen Angus burgers. Ooh.
Oh yeah, they win. That's what H always gets me, Aberdeen Angus bangers, because Right, there you go. Okay, let's have a look at chat. Steve says, going to start with German Tank Grey, followed with Russ Ross's. I know that was red. Ribbage for her pleasure, says LWM. What else have we got? Could you... Steve says, I would love to see you orcify that scene you're building. Yeah. And LWN says, if you dropped an anvil on it, it would be doggone. I see what you're on there.
I like that.
Paul says, or Betsy says, hold up, Cole's still in H Good Books. This is proof what we've been waiting for. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Yes,
it's the end times.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Mayan calendar says something about this.
Could you imagine me orcifying this? That would be funny.
Just replace all the figures with orcs.
Yeah. Boy, you, Bob and Orc. You know.
I could imagine you having fun with the little 3-wheeler truck, orcifying that into like a little grot vehicle or some sort.
I might end up buying another one and seeing about that, doing a little, what you mean, the milk truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and orcifying it. Yeah, if that's something you'd like to see me do, I'll do it.
Yeah, because there's a few different types, aren't there? Different types of those little vehicles.
Oh, yeah. I won't rule it out, put it that way.
Because you could. The thing with 1/35th scale is it's. I know Warhammer's like 1/58 scale, but it kind of works a little bit. It's sometimes like if you get like a little Panzer II tank, stick like a Warhammer tank commander in the top. It kind of works because there's nothing really to say it's the wrong scale. Exactly. So sticking an orc in the driver's seat in one of the little trucks might be quite funny.
Well, there is one that I'm going to be doing soon. I'm doing a kit bash. And, hopefully people get it when I do it, put it that way. But, that's going to be coming. That's a kit bash between Warhammer and Tamiya.
Oh, nice.
So, it's just going to be something a little bit different.
Nice. I don't know what this is, so I'm looking forward to this now.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting on the kit to arrive.
See, that's where I get envious of you, because you've got that imagination, that kind of silly imagination.
Yeah.
You just kind of go, what if? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder what would happen if I married that with that. And it's like, it's only one way to find out. Do it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm jealous of your... It's almost like a childlike curiosity that you just then run with.
Yeah, I'm 5.5, don't forget. So, I am a child.
I mean, I kind of lost that childlike inquisitiveness as I got older. And it pops up every now and then, and I can be quite childish, but I can't.
Yeah.
I don't sit there and have these, like... I can have dumb ideas, but I never have them wonderful little sort of, like, thoughts that you have. That
was one of those late at night. I wonder if I put that with that, would that work? And it was, well, wait, find out, can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Do it. Do it now. And I like when I don't know what these things are, because then I get to find out with everybody else.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? So, it's going to be a strange little kit bash. So, yeah.
Yep.
Because I do have another handle, which is Festa Kit Basher. So why not utilise that? You get where that's going, don't you? So
yeah.
So it's one of them, isn't it?
You're one of them.
So it just goes to prove that you can do it. So and if it's something that people enjoy, then I'll do more of them. If they don't enjoy it, then I won't do any more of them.
I think there's always a value to doing silly things.
We've proven that with a certain car, haven't we, dear?
Yeah, because the thing with silly things is it's all very nice to be serious and make your serious kits, but every now and then you want to be a bit silly.
Yeah, I like being silly. You might have noticed.
Yeah, and for me personally, I have no problem if doing a silly thing makes the serious people go, no, I'm not watching your stuff again. It's like, okay, cool. I'll let all the people that appreciate silliness.
I think
hang
in
around.
this hobby, there is a place for everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, yes, you can do seriously period appropriate work if that's your thing. You could do hyper detail if that's your thing.
Yeah.
But every now and then I just like to bring a little bit of a, there might be someone out there that might want to do this. So that's then what I like to do. So
yeah. It frustrates me when people, I mean, it's not a problem if somebody likes a thing and that's their thing and they like, that's brilliant. But it's people that have the expectation that this is what I like and you should all do that. It's like, well, no, people like different things.
No.
We're all adults making toy soldiers, so the mindset should be, I'm not into that, but I like the fact that you enjoy doing it and I can appreciate that, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? You know, everyone has different opinions, and that's what this hobby is about at the end of the day. People have all got different opinions on how the hobby should be, but we're all individuals at the end of the day, and I once got accused of not taking the hobby seriously enough, and I found that a perfect compliment, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Because life's just too damn short, isn't it, to be like that? So,
like, wait, tell me, which bit of making little plastic toy soldiers as a 54-year-old man am I supposed to take seriously?
Exactly. Yeah, I did find that one quite comical.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks for the compliment. I'm really going to take that as the compliment it was intended. Well, I didn't mean it as a compliment. I don't care how you meant it.
Yeah. But it's frustrating when people are just that close-minded to think that, you know, to understand that everybody likes different things, and just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's not in your wheelhouse. That's fine. You can like different things.
Yeah, but isn't that what this is all about? Variety.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's for me what the hobby is about. There's variety.
Yeah.
I see some work out there that is just absolutely stunning and blows me away. And
oh God, yeah.
That variety, I think, is something that needs to stay there.
Yeah. I just see it. I just see it as a form of art, because it is, and you know, you wouldn't expect artists to all be the same, do the same thing.
So
and I wouldn't sit there and criticise one artist because his stuff doesn't look like some other artist's work. I'd be like, well,
no, that's right.
Your particular style's not to my liking, but I can appreciate it's still art.
Yeah, it's all about, at the end of the day, the hobby's the hobby. Do what you want to do and enjoy it how you want to enjoy it is my motto with it, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
If you're having fun doing it, then you're doing it right. That's the only way to say whether you're doing it right or wrong.
Exactly that.
Yeah. Right. I shall step away for one moment.
So, yeah, that's what it's all about for me, if I'm honest. And I think there's a spot for everything. You know, I like the detail stuff that people do. I like the shiny stuff that people do. And good luck to them all. They all do it far better than I could do it. But I like to just bring a bit of normality sometimes, because sometimes you can get bogged down in the hyper detail. Do your research, especially if it's, I get it if it's World War II tanks and things like that, because you want it accurate, because you're representing a photograph. I love that type of work. I'm not good enough at it to make it a thing, but doesn't mean to say I don't enjoy seeing it, because I do. So it's just complex, isn't it? You know, there's something for everyone in this hobby, and that's what it's about. I'll put that back on it in a minute. Let's have a looky, kids. Steve says, do any of you listen to the HFI sci-fi stories? They're rather good. No, mate, I haven't listened to them, mate. But, yeah. I would pretend and say I know what they are. I don't, mate. I said, you know, so what are they? Where are they? Is it a channel? Is it audio books or what, mate? You know, podcast? I don't know. So sure someone will be interested in it, mate, because sci-fi is a thing, isn't it? You know, massive genre. Okay, let's rest that on there. Lean that on something to stop me from knocking it flying whilst it's drying, like that. And then we can sort out this other bit of pulp. Give it a bit of that. But no, I haven't listened to them, mate. But yeah, a lot of the time if I'm at the bench filming, I'll have on that other monitor there, I'll have a YouTuber on, you know, a bit of video going. Could be someone who's put a new model build up on their channel, can be one of you in the chat, and I'll just sit and watch that whilst I'm doing my thing, because I've got a bit of sound in my lug holes then, and it just helps me do my thing. So yeah, I do like watching other people's stuff, I must admit. I do find it interesting, and you learn all the things, so...
Yep. Never stop learning.
The minute I couldn't learn anything in this hobby would be the minute I'd stop, because...
Yeah. I mean, I'm the kind of person that I like to learn things, but I'm also very lazy, so if I couldn't learn anything else, I'd probably still have fun doing the things that I knew how to do, but I'd feel a bit sad that I couldn't learn anything new.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Mama Wolf says, big hug and a kiss to you.
Oh, bless her. Happy
and
days.
She says to everybody in chat watching, big hugs.
There you go. Big hugs for the chat.
Yep. To chat, you've been given a big Mama Wolf hug.
There you go.
If she actually knew you, she'd be like, whoa, but, you know, so make the most of it.
So it did there.
Yeah. Nah. She's nomming on the other half of the subway at the minute.
Oh, is she? Oh, she's proper going for it then.
Yeah, she's quite happy, thank you.
Have you a bit of that on there?
Well, I've told her that if she finished a big thing of cranberry juice today, she'd be allowed to have a beer with the dinner.
Oh, so she's looking forward to her beer up, is she?
I said, if you finish that today, you can have a beer. She went, gum. It's like a litre in this big bottle, and she went, gum.
Sounds about right for Mum.
But she hasn't figured out yet that it's non-alcoholic beer.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell her. Because she's not allowed alcohol, so... She used to drink wine, but she obviously can't drink alcohol anymore, so she can't drink wine. And she knows when it's alcohol-free wine, but she likes a beer, so...
Yeah, my mum still drinks her can of stout every couple of days.
Yeah.
Right. That is all my meat mounted.
Mount your meat.
So we're happy with that. I can't put me stairs together until I've got the back wall up. So
Are you happy with your meat?
Yeah, I am. I've just got to touch it up. It's so rolled in it.
There's no way around it, though, is there?
There is no way
around
round it, is there? You know,
we have to say these things.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a bit of that going on. Let's put me nippers away. I don't like leaving me god hands on the bench just in case I knock a flying, because, yeah, tears, wibbles, and all of that. Right. That's me butchers. That's all of that. Don't need none of that now. Let's dig that out just in case I get that far. What's the Harry?
Just gone 11.
Just gone 10, mate.
10, sorry, not 11.
We'll have a bit of that, and we'll dig that out and all. That. Am I going to put that behind there?
Go on.
It's a distinct possibility, but not today. Let's close that all off.
Do you know, I was very proud when I figured out what Harry was rhyming. How Harry. What the Harry is. When I figured out in my own brain the rhyming slang, I'm like, I figured that out in my brain by myself.
Oh, bless you.
I assume it's Harry Lime.
Harry Lime, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of need to know old actors, but
goes to go round that way. Okay. Happy. Okay.
Figured it out in my brain.
I'll be where the milk truck's going. Right, so we then need. Oh, that's handy. I've got some. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. I'm happy. Make that out of that as well, and that. Brilliant. Got that sussed. Right, let's go and get some flinch. Bit of that, bit of that.
Delicate painting bits. They're a bit vague with the moulding on this, what at the back of this jade sculpture, which the gold bit is supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Very obvious on the front, but on the back it's like, wait, where does the gold bit stop and the jade starts? It's like,
bit of evil
hard to kind of interpret.
What else did I use on there? That, and that. Bit of a wash. Yeah, that'll let that dry. Yeah, that'll work. Right. Yeah, sorry, guys, I was rattling on again.
That's all right.
Right.
I'm happy listening to your figuring out. It's always fun.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? You like listening to my figuring out of things. You're a strange man.
Well, it's interesting to see how you do. It's not often you get to watch someone be creative and they're explaining how they do it as they go along. It's quite interesting. So, just, even if there's nobody watching, they explain it.
Yeah, I like to narrate through it purely and simply because I'm keeping myself aware of the direction I'm going, but also the audience because it just helps to feel involved.
It's like a verbal checklist, isn't it? It's like you're going through your pre-flight checks, kind of thing.
So I find it works for me, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, folks.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Let's swap that over there, and then we've got a bit of spinach. See what I did.
If it is broke, don't give it to Fox.
Bit of one of them. Bit of Cadian flesh tone first.
Canadian flesh tone.
Have a bit of that, and I'll go around and touch me meat then. So, yeah.
Matron.
Steady, Neris. Right, let's go for my uber long goddamn brush. Uber long. Purely and simply.
I have a special adults only playlist on the eModels channel where Colin's touching his meat.
Purely and simply because I can use that then, like a pinstriping brush, and just get in all the crooks and nannies we want.
Yeah.
Bit of medium. Put a little drop of that. Just on there because I want to glaze it.
I like to glaze it. Now you might, I don't know if it'll come out on camera, but you might notice I've made a few little boobs with this gold colour. Like little bits where I've just blebbed onto the blue. A little bit, but they certainly do. But it's not a problem because it's going to have a wash over it, and that will go around all the edges and the little rims between two corners, and that'll hide all those sins. So, when we were talking earlier on about people thinking it's a lot more complicated than it is, when you show someone just a wash and what a wash does on a model, and then you can see their mind go, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah,
because you've just taken them and said, "This model that looks like somebody spent hundreds of hours painting it, it's an hour's painting and a wash."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wait, is that it?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
A wash can do 100 different things at the same time. It's like people don't know this. Yeah, watching people's eyes widen when they see what you can do with washes and shades. It's like, whoa, yeah.
When I do it with my contrast paints, I tend to use them for the complete opposite of what they was intended, and I use them as glaze medium, and that works for me.
It's the joy of showing someone something that looks very complicated to the outsider, but when you actually see how it's done, it's like, it's not that. And they're like, I could do that. Yeah, you could.
Exactly. Have a go.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Just have a go, folks.
Model making and painting is a very democratic process. It's available to everybody. There's a few bits of touch-up I'll need to do there, or I'm blebbed in the wrong place, but we'll sort that out later.
Oh, yeah, it's what makes it fun, isn't it? Because there's always something that you can do, a technique that you can attempt and try, and I like that because keeps your experience going, doesn't it? None of us know everything at the end of the day. And, you know, I constantly watch other channels and stuff like that purely because you pick up good tips. And and also you just get to grow the community, don't you?
Absolutely. And I was having, you know, like I was saying about your like childlike curiosity about things.
Yes.
How I'm jealous of that. I do admit I did have a slightly childlike curious moment earlier on today.
Oh dear.
I was making a cup of tea. And I thought to myself, what could you put in tea or coffee apart from milk?
Yeah.
Like, what would happen if you made a cup of tea but then put, like, I don't know, cranberry juice in instead of the milk?
Yeah.
Or other liquid flavourings.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I wonder if you could make a whole new drink with, like, tea and something else.
Do it.
I must try it.
A tiny smidge of mint sauce in a cup of tea is nice.
Ooh, mint sauce, you say? That's interesting.
Yeah, just a smidge, nothing too much, just a little bit.
Just the tiniest amount.
Yeah, see, I drink tea black. I don't have milk in it, so
yeah.
And I leave me tea bag in, which always throws people. But
no, people like it. They like really strong tea. They leave a tea bag in.
Yeah, it's proper builder's tea, then, isn't it? It's like
yeah. I always thought builder's tea had like a litre of milk and 35 sugars in it.
No, I don't have milk, but yeah.
No, you don't have milk.
Other people do. That's up to them, you know. But
maybe that's a northern builder's tea.
Could well be, mate.
Could be.
You know, most of the mechanics I worked with, it was uber milk and uber amounts of sugar, and it's like, yeah.
One of my friends, one of my Asian friends, her mum used to make proper chai, so it was literally tea bag in the cup, a cardamom seed that you've cracked open a little bit, but not enough that the seed will come out, but just enough that the seed's exposed.
Yeah.
And then hot milk.
Oh, right, yeah.
No water. And then you let the cardamom seed, you just leave the cardamom seed in there and it imparts flavour to the... Yeah. It's in the shell, it's just the shell's been opened a little bit. And it imparts flavour to the...
I haven't tried the cranberry sauce in tea, but I've got a big jar of it in the fridge, so I will. I've had Marmite in tea, that's nice. Spoonful of Marmite. Ooh, almost makes it taste a bit like Bovril. Remember Bovril? Is Bovril still a thing? Is it still out there?
Yeah. I was going to say that's like when you used to go to a football match and you get like a cup of Bovril.
Yeah.
A tea, coffee or a cup of Bovril.
Yeah.
It'd be like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pork pie and a Bovril.
Yeah. Now, you'll note I said a minute ago about how the wash will hide up any blebs of the gold. I'm just going around and tidying up a few bits where I can't hide it with the wash. And the difficulty you sometimes get when you've done like a lot of dry brushing of different colours, like this stone is kind of all greeny grey and stuff. I can't match that, so I'm just using like whatever I think is close enough, like a bit of Caliban green, and tinily dotting it on little bits because I'm trying to get it to match. And it's good enough. It hides it.
Well, you can use all of that to your advantage, can't you? Because when it comes to putting your shades and washes over it, it will all blend together anyway. So.
Yeah. So just little tiny dots of various greens and blues to hide where I've gone a bit awry with the gold. But on the edges where it's two surfaces come into a corner, yeah, that'll be hidden by the shade. That's fine. Luckily, it's rock, so rock's nice and weathered anyway.
Yeah.
What else could you put in tea under? Or coffee. I mean, I did. I have my big massive tin of Egbert coffee, which is when I drink coffee. That's what I drink.
Oh right. Yeah.
And I got a few jars of caramel flavoured coffee from somewhere. And I thought, well, I've got all these jars sitting around. I haven't got space. Why don't I just dump them in the half-empty tin of Egberts?
Blend it together.
Yeah, and it was like, ooh, it tastes like Egberts with caramel now. It's great.
Yeah. So I'm not a coffee drinker. The wife is. She gets all the sexy beans and all of that lot and does a bit of the old
sexy beans
blending together and that. She's a bit like a miniature Spiddy, bless her.
Yeah, no,
you know, she loves all of that, you know, and that's her thing, you know. And I just don't drink it.
No. Well, I'm very good. I was a coffee drinker for many years, but now I only have like one in the morning when I get up, or one when I get up, let's say.
Yeah.
And then one after dinner. I'll drink tea now, just because for my health, I can't really be drinking lots and lots of cups of coffee all day anymore. Much as I may wish to, I cannot.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? But
yeah, that's how I used to live. endless cups of. I used to have a big Batman mug that holds a litre, literally a litre, and that's now no longer in commission. Right, I think that'll do for the cleanup. A little bit there, because that's going to be hidden by edge highlighting anyway.
Bring that across there like that. There you go.
It's a bit weird to paint over a grey with a green, but it works.
Exactly. That's the thing, though. If it works, go for it.
It's like when we used to do, in the detailing days, we used to do leather repair. So, you have a little rip in a leather seat in a car and you'd have to, repair it.
Yeah.
But, of course, if you're using a bit of, filler material to put into if it's a rip where you can't just pull it together, you have to fill it with something. You use all these different products, but you have to make it disappear. You have to basically paint it with special paints.
Yeah.
You probably know this anyway, but for anybody that doesn't, you have to basically paint your repair with special paints and blend it all away. And
yeah.
the majority of the job was working with your special leather paints and mixing colours from basically red, blue, yellow, and green, and black to match exactly the colour of the seat, because it's got to be absolutely spot on. And it was because I'm not very good with colour theory, so for me it was a nightmare. I didn't enjoy it, but I got great satisfaction when I got it right.
I used to do spray out after spray out to get the colour to match, and then you would nail it, and it's like,
yeah. I mean,
nowadays they just scan it with a photocell thing, don't they? And it gives a bit straight away. So.
Oh yeah, but I remember we had remember I told you about that. I think it was a Firebird or a Trans Am. I can't remember, it was a Trans Am actually. 77 Trans Am, and it had white vinyl interior.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but it had a rip in one of the seats, so we had to repair it. And it's you think, oh, it's white. No, it wasn't white. It was a creamy colour.
Yeah.
It took me an hour to mix the colours just right.
Oh, yeah.
For a little tiny repair like that big.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you want it to match. There's nothing worse than seeing a repair. And then, like you say, it's like when people used to just spray a tinsy-wincy bit of the panel. Now, just spray the whole panel.
Oh God, yeah, but yeah, we had people come in and say, "Can I just get this little ding?"
You see a little square, wouldn't you, like that, perfectly masked with a tide ridge around it. It's like, no.
The customer would be like, "Well, it's only a little tiny scratch. Why is it going to cost me several £100? Because we have to do the whole panel." But why do you have to do the whole panel?
And again, if it was a door, don't forget, paint ages with sunlight and that. So you'd put the painted door on, but then you had to then spray each side of it to blend it across, you know. So
do your wings and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to have a couple of panels available, like small panels and stuff, just to one side to say, just to say to people, here's a panel where we've resprayed a small square. Can you see where the square is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was exactly the same colour paint as the one on the car.
Exactly. They would understand.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I understand. Yeah, because I'm spraying paint that hasn't been UV aged or damaged, so. And they'd be like, oh, that's why I'm paying many hundreds of pounds. Yes.
I mean, back in the day, we used to make a good living out of repainting red Fords.
Oh, yeah, because they got pink.
Yeah, the amount of them, especially XR2s and XR3s from the racing fraternity, because they wanted them proper red, and they would come in and go, oh, it's going pink. Well, fine, I'll respray it. For a start, it won't be Ford red.
Nope.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, you go for a nice deep Rosso red, Italian red, that sort of thing.
Better paint.
Better quality paint, and you'd be like, you're only going to have it resprayed once, and it will be red. And that's what we did. And once you had done one, you'd end up doing them all, because their mates would come in. You couldn't do mine, could you? Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, because theirs would suddenly look worse than their mates. Well, that's like, I said that about the one that was near me around the corner from us. Over the years, it became pink and the vinyl roof fell apart and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just Ford pink.
Exactly. There's a coffee debate going. Now, a lot of people like us can't have coffee now, yeah. Steve's belly was spicy bean burgers with salad washed down with 0% cider. Nice.
Ooh.
Betsy's giving a hug to Mother Fox.
Yay.
Also says, I love having a variety of kits from tomb builds to World War II, planes and tanks, right up the modern aircraft. He says, I like to think, why limit yourself? Exactly that, mate.
Yep.
Steve's clarifying that the sci-fi stories are audio books on YouTube. Alien species think we're dumb monkeys until we kick ass. Good man. Dorkosaurus, like me, always leaves the tea bag in. So, yeah, I'll do the chat, mate, and then I'll let you get in. Bill says, I'm getting to the point I'm leaving the tea and transitioning to a cup of Horlicks before bed. Oh, packet of Werther's Original next, mate.
Oldness.
Dorkosaurus puts a scoop of Swiss Miss hot chocolate and not coffee. Happy days. Donald says, I used to roast my own green coffee beans until I noticed my heart racing up to 120 beats per minute. That's why I don't have coffee now, mate, because, ticker problems.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah. Dorkosaurus says, I like Kahula in my coffee. Jackie still sells it. Stefan Lars says, beauty sleep times. Good night all. See you next time. You take care, Stefan.
Take care, Stefan.
And LWN says, Jackie, I'm not allowed coffee anymore. There you go. Yeah, sorry, mate. I just want to try and keep on chat.
No, I was just responding to that one little comment. I wasn't going off on a different subject.
Yeah.
Just saying we are dumb monkeys.
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Because I do tend to forget the chat, and it's not fair when people are typing stuff in and we're not replying. So I like to try to do it.
No, I wasn't starting a new conversation or anything.
That's all right, mate. Talk about what you like, mate. I don't mind. When you flannel, I can get stuff done, mate. So you have at it, mate.
Oh, yeah.
James is in the chat saying hello. Hello, James.
Hey, James.
How you doing, geezer?
There is a benefit to having two of us here, I suppose.
Happy days, exactly, mate. I would say it makes us more profesh, but yeah, at risk of us.
No, I mean, yeah, you're taking it too far now, haven't you?
At risk of us getting done for the Trade Descriptions Act.
Yeah. Now, one thing I was hoping not to do would get gold paint on my sponge, but I've got gold paint on my sponge.
You're a sponge. You're made of sponge.
So I think this will be officially now will be my metallic sponge. My other sponge will be my non-metallic sponge. Yeah. Sponge. Got a bit of gold painting done there. It's not even remotely finished.
Can't be a bit of gold.
No, there's so much gold on this. It's a wonderful model. Oh, there's gold there. I don't want gold. Brilliant. Well done, Fox.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that paint, that you can paint over it, and it's, yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like about their paint, if you have a boo-boo, you can just go side by side. Just you're doing straight lines.
Yep. I've just got a little bit of gold on that bit there, so it's just deepkin flesh, so I can very quickly just touch that in. Nicely.
Touching it up, are you, mate?
Just a little bit. Just little dots, so because it's stone anyway, so if I do little dots, I can make it look
it looks like
the weathering.
Looks like a patina.
Patina, aqua patina.
Nice girl she is, Patina. Met her once.
Patina and a Cortina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. My sister-in-law is called Bettina.
Oh, right.
And she used to be the official historian of the official jumpsuits at Gracelands.
Oh, right, yeah.
She was responsible for getting them and finding and restoring them. So that means that my sister-in-law Bettina knew all about Patina.
Yeah, see what you did there.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
That was a very long journey to get to the end.
That was rather a lot of words just to get to the point, wasn't it? But
it wasn't really worth the journey, was it?
Wouldn't be you unless you did that.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Paint on that blue paint. Oh, for curses too.
So curses. Wrong, is it?
No. I just keep cleaning the bits up and then making more bloobs. Quite tricky to get to all these bits. But we will get there. We will do it. I'm also watching terrible Facebook videos again. I can hear it from...
Oh, is she? Oh, bless her. She's a legend.
Yeah, then all these little sort of... She just goes into the... I don't know what it's called, but the feed where it's all the little videos and it's all the like the TikTok stuff, and they have this like whole thing of like boss treats woman badly at work. Hear what she does, and it's like really bad actors dramatizing this thing.
Yeah,
they're like 5 minutes long, and they're always terrible. She just likes watching them.
She's happy. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
That is the thing.
It's all that matters.
My mum doesn't do the whole social media thing.
No.
Not her thing. She's like, oh, I want to talk to people I don't know about. She's like, yeah. We tried to explain it to her about people having public spats all over Facebook. She's like, really?
I wouldn't want to know about that.
Yeah. She did use various grown-up words, and it was like, yeah.
That sounds about right.
So we now know what she thinks of it, but yeah, it was quite sweet, bless her. What's wrong with people, she says. Why don't you just go out and meet each other and talk properly like adults? That's all right, Mum.
Okay, Mum.
And then the wibble started then. Pigeonhead was out and all sorts. So, I wish I hadn't have mentioned it now.
You're like, I regret everything now.
Yeah, a few times the immortal phrase, and another thing. Yeah, well,
yeah, that's always after the pause when you think, oh, thank God she's finished. And another thing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, time to go and sit her down now because her blood pressure's going to go up. And yeah, come on, Mum, let's move over here. Snooker's on the telly. Oh, I like a bit of snooker, she says. Yeah, all right. Subject done.
I was quite amazed because, like I said before, Mama Wolf just sits there with ITV on, listens on the headphones. She's not really watching it, but she's listening.
Yeah.
And but I was quite surprised. I went downstairs one day and it's darts, and I said, "Oh, it's darts. Do you want me to turn over?" And she went, "No, I'm enjoying it."
Yeah.
Okay. And then it was snooker a few days later, and like, "Do you want me to turn over?" "No, I'm enjoying the snooker." "Really?" And I went downstairs. And like I say, normally she's just busy reading her iPad. But she was sat there, iPad turned off, or down to one side. She was sat there, leaning forward, watching the darts. I'm like, wow, she actually does like the darts and the snooker.
Yeah, my mum likes her darts and her snooker. She come out with the immortal one. She was on the phone the other day to like, yeah, she says, that Luke Titler, he's a good darts player, and he? Ellen was like, Joan, it's Luke Littler, love. Yeah, that and all. She went, sorry. Oh, she's gold, she really is.
It's sometimes funny when sometimes my wolf can get a bit confused.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes she gets confabulated between the audio in her headphones and what she's watching on Facebook's video. So she thinks, I think sometimes she gets confused that the audio from the TV is what's actually on the Facebook thing, even though, you know, Facebook doesn't even match what she's hearing. Like, she could be watching Poirot on TV, but watching a TikTok video, and it's like, bless her.
Richard's in saying hello. Richard Thomas, Scale Model World. Hello, Richard.
Hello.
Steve, Bill says, I've been getting a lot of those It's My Birthday posts on Facebook that are just crap. AI pictures, but the number of people posting thinking it's real and astounding. Yes, the AI stuff really is kicking in. A lot of people are getting caught out with it, aren't they? And YouTube have got a thing up now, Fox, haven't they, in your videos where if it's auto-generated or fake imagery, you got to, you know, you have to do a disclaimer because, they got pretty strict. It's all part of their new terms of service because at the end of the day, you know, if someone's putting up stuff that is genuinely deep fake and it could be detrimental or slanderous, you've got to cover yourself.
I mean, you see it so much. And I mean, the saving grace of like AI generated stuff is if you look carefully, you can kind of spot it most of the time.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, it looks a bit airbrushed, or it looks a bit smooth, or or if it's a person, obviously they've got like 6 fingers. That's always a giveaway.
Yeah. AI can't get the hands right. If you're not sure, look at the hands. The hands will always end up looking something like that.
Or it struggles with like mouths and teeth sometimes. Yeah. So you'll have like
jowls.
The bottom lip won't look quite right.
Yeah, jowls on people's faces. They're all ironed out, and But the fingers, if in doubt, just check the hands.
Yeah.
You need hands.
You need hands. But it always looks a bit too soft focused to me. That's always what tips me first of all.
Yeah.
Like, really? Or if it's a video, just watch how if it's somebody walking along, just watch how they're walking. You'll see maybe the legs don't quite work normally.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what is fascinating though, is if you watch like AI videos, there's some great ones. There's one of like it's President Trump and President Obama.
Oh right, yeah.
President Trump and President Biden eating spaghetti.
Oh right, yeah.
And they're both like talking about spaghetti, and they're like, "Oh, this is great spaghetti," but it's like 20 minutes long, and it's just like, it's so weird because it doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
Because it can't quite, and it makes you aware of like what AI stuff. And I started thinking, is this what dreams look like? Because like when we have a dream, you think, oh, in this dream, I was driving this car and then this happened. It's like, but if you could actually watch it back, would it look like a weird AI video where everything's a little bit off?
I hadn't thought of it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I find myself sometimes mesmerised watching them thinking, is this what my brain is? Is this what I'm seeing when I'm dreaming, but I'm just not conscious enough to realise it?
I dread to think what's going on in your brain folds, mate, when you're dreaming. That's a scary place to even contemplate going.
Like last night I was doing something where I had this car and it was kind of a bit ramshackle, but at one point I was trying to, it had like an open back, almost like a pickup truck, but it wasn't. It's like, like the DeLorean, the time machine DeLorean.
Yeah.
Where they took the rear trunk off and they emptied it out and then they put the time machine bits in. If you took that out, it'd be this like, it had like a cover over that and it was like pop studs.
Yeah.
Like the old Ford vans, we used to have the tilt on the back and you put these little pop studs. And I was doing that, trying to put these pop studs in. And in the dream, I was like, wow, they actually fit. But when I woke up, I was like, I wonder if that kind of looked like an AI video if you watched it back. I was fascinated.
Oh,
what these things actually look like. Right. But yeah, the one with Biden and Trump eating spaghetti, it's actually just mesmerising to watch. Because they've got AI generated audio for it as well. It's just great.
Dear.
They're just talking about the spaghetti. This is brilliant.
There's a hell of a lot of memes to do with that fella, isn't there? Because very
There's one of Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Oh really?
Yeah, 10 minutes of Will Smith eating spaghetti, and again, it just shows how it can't quite figure out eating.
Yeah.
Bless him. The thing that is scary.
There are people out there. Go on, Karen.
No, go on. You do it first.
There are people out there that believe it. That's the problem.
Yeah, that they won't realise it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scary thing that I see sometimes when you look at these pictures, and you can see the telltale signs, like the hands and stuff, the mouths. But it's when you look at things like, look at the clothing, look at the creases.
Yeah.
Look at the. I was looking at one the other day, and it was somebody walking along, somebody in a suit, and there was a couple of people in suits, and one guy in the background was there, and it's like the creasing on the trouser legs was absolutely perfect. It looked like there was a physical leg underneath the material. It looked like it was a material wrapped around. It was like, wow, in terms of stuff like that, this AI generators, they've got it spot on. For things like textures of things and stuff, it's like uncanny sometimes, and that's where it's scary.
I mean, don't forget, it's only in its infancy at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
oh God, yeah.
Where it's going to be in 10 years, I find quite scary because, put it this way, you could have AI-generated political outburst by a particular leader that could then be interpreted by the people on the opposite side as posturing.
Yep.
that could be taken seriously. That's what bothers me, without getting into what I'm deeply saying, because obviously religion and politics, but it could be quite dangerous if misconstrued, you know?
Yeah. That is the big fear, isn't it? That it's the misinformation thing.
Yeah.
Although I suppose to a certain degree, when it gets to that point, everybody will kind of know that it's got to that point. So it'll be there'll probably be a few more outs of, well, it's not me, I didn't say that, it's fake. But then you get into people denying stuff and saying, well, no, that's not a real video. I didn't do that. I didn't, you know.
Exactly. So
and it's like it's the other side of the coin. It's like,
yeah, it does make you wonder where it could potentially go wrong, doesn't it? So hopefully it doesn't, but you never know.
Now, one area where it might be brilliant. Imagine if AI image and video generation gets so good, right? Think about this. Instead of a video game having to build all the things you're in a room in a video game, they have to build all those models in 3D. And it takes lots of processing power to run the game. Imagine if it's just all live AI generated.
Yeah. Imagine that with a VR headset.
Oh yeah. So instead of having this like massive numbers of polygons and textures, like, no, it's just us live. You're in this game, you play this, it's all live via it'd be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Ultra realistic characters, that'd be amazing. It's like anything, there's a good and a bad use of it, and it's how we use it.
It's how it's policed, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it should be policed out of existence, not at all.
No, it's
people need to understand where it could potentially be misused. There you go.
Yeah, it's not the thing itself that's bad. It's the way it's used that's bad.
Yeah.
It's like, the internet by in and of itself isn't a bad thing, but it can be used for bad things. And that's our fault, because we're just stupid monkeys.
Pretty much.
That's why we can't have nice things. That's why you can't leave me alone for 5 minutes without me setting a bear on fire and throwing it off into the woods and burning off the woods down.
Exactly.
People, I probably have to explain that one. I was playing Far Cry Primal the other night, and there was a bear coming at me, so I shot an arrow at it, but I actually lit the arrow first. So it was a flaming arrow. So I fired the arrow at the bear caught fire, panicked, ran off into the woods, and suddenly half the forest is on fire. And you can see this line of fire where the bear, I found it hilarious. It was the best thing ever. And he sent me a text saying, I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes, can I?
No, leave you alone for 5 minutes. It's like, yeah.
Half the forest is gone, yep. Tell me, you want to go till Spudbit?
There's me going, goat. It's a goat. It's this, it's that. It's like, goat. Just stabbed a goat. Just killed a goat fox.
He was sending me all these. He was dead proud because he just started the game. He's like, I killed a goat. I did this thing with an arrow. Oh, look at that. There you go.
Yeah, I'm like, mammoth. Go to 11 at the latest, mate, if you don't mind.
All right. Yeah, no, it's fine by me. I'm starving, so.
Yeah. Right, what did we get to? We've done that. We have got that going on. He looks a bit pale. I'm not 100% sure. Do a 50-50 of that.
Attacking a mammoth when you've only got the basic bow and a basic spear in Far Cry Primal is something you do once.
Yeah.
Yeah, once and then never again until you're much higher level.
Yeah, then you run. You run as fast as your little prehistoric legs can carry.
Oh, yeah, because it's like, you thought mammoths in Skyrim were hardcore. Let Far Cry Primal tell you all about mammoths.
Yeah, it was a good laugh, that was. It's like, yeah, I'll cry.
I wish I hadn't started thinking about Aberdeen Angus.
Well, I was playing it and he was sat there going, I want to play Far Cry Primal now. So I knew he'd end up going back on there to play it. Like,
yeah, I was playing. What was I playing? I was playing Far Cry 6.
Oh, yeah.
And he loaded it in like, Far Cry Primal.
Yeah.
So an hour later, I was playing Far Cry Primal.
He said, you're a git, you are. He said, I want to play Far Cry Primal now. I was like, yeah. It's like having a miniature stalker. So funny.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to play Stalker. See what I did there?
I did. Yeah, I saw what you did. Out of the way, put them back, don't need them. Will you stop tangling?
Tango.
There.
Do.
I can clear that off of there. And then start.
Tango. Do I need to paint that? I think I need to paint that bit, don't I think.
All of this, look.
Fiddle. Hang on a minute. Let me check my reference pictures.
Right. Let's go and find the other bits. Where did I put them?
Gentlemen, find your other bits. Not those bits, the other bits.
They're okay. I'll do that before the next show.
Captain Goodbits.
Because to open and I'll dig them out, I'd be off screen for 10 minutes trying to get to the box, so it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Let's go for meat stall is there. This is where I drew this out a couple of months back.
Oh, you're planning your diorama. Nice.
Just to work out where things were going. So I've basically drawn on a bit of card where things are going. Not too dark, but then that bit of card.
Do you want me to put your full screen?
No, you're all right, mate. I don't need to go full screen, mate. I don't need that kind of attention. It's not bad. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's where that'll go. Roughly there. And this will end up getting duplicated onto this bit of styrofoam. So I'm just laying it out just to try and get in my head what it's going to look like. We've got the wheeled meat stall is going to be sat round about there.
Ooh, wheeled meat.
Okay, then you've got the stairs, which are there. They'll be going up somewhat like that with the landing. So I've got another set of these to make so that I can go up a bit higher. I could dig the stairs out actually and glue the other set of stairs together before we go.
Yeah.
We have got that there. We've got Valkyrie the Butcher, who's just off shot. They're all going to be stood around here. Get your meat here, straight for a pound. Chickens.
Valkyrie Bottas. Do I remember that right?
Valkyrie Bottas, yeah. Chickens and all of that gubbins and yeah, get your meat and veg. That's what I did. So they'll be there doing their thing. We got the beer truck with its rather sexy, decayed-looking tarpaulin.
The most important truck, of course.
Looking rather gnarly now that it's had a wash, I must admit.
Oh, yeah.
Just needs a matte varnish now to dull it down. He's going to be sat there. Let's turn the camera around a bit better. There you go. His meat truck is going to be a dump like that. Having a bit of that. You've got Betsy the beer barrel roller. See what I did there? Because that kit on the box art does look remarkably like Betsy in the chat. So he's rolling the barrels out across the road there, giving it the beans. There's going to be a little opening there. There'll be where it goes down into the cellar. So I've got another figure somewhere where I've got to cut him in half and just have his head and shoulders poking out. Because he's peering up from the cellar, see? So, yeah.
I like that.
You've then got Ernie moving the barrel there off the beer truck. Oh, wait, you. Quick, bung that in there. So he's going to be round about there. He likes to fall over, he does, for some reason. It's because he's only standing on 1 foot tilting the barrel, see? So they're going to be somewhere like that. Yeah, carry on.
He's sampling the merchandise, that's why he's falling over.
Yeah. So he's going to be like that, giving it the beans. All right there, geese. Yeah, I've got to move this one out your way, Bob. There you go. So he's doing that. Loads of different barrels doing their thing. Have some of that. He's been a bit lazy, Bob. I think he's had a bit of a bevy with his dinner. He's a bit Brahms and Liszt, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, all of that. So they're going to be congregated round the old beer truck. You got Meat Man stood there. He's walking through this gap between the barrels. There. Yeah, try not to knock it flying cold because, yeah. So he's going to be stood there like that. What's up, mate, geese? Yeah, look at that. You're impressed with my mate. Valtteri is leant over here against the wall, doing sweet bugger all because he can. See?
Because it's able to.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need to do none of that. That's what I pay you for, you lazy so-and-so. We've then got Ernie's milk truck, giving it the bird.
Ernie.
Yeah, like that. So he's over there at a slightly jaunty angle. All right, geese, what's some milk? Don't mind if I do, mate. Loads of milk here. Just churning up the trade. Taste, you're going to have a bit of churnage. No, not yet. Knock them all flying cold. That's really annoying. Okay, so we'll put them back. Just to try and get the story going. See, I do like a bit of story.
I love the way you're telling this whole story. It's great.
Well, you got to, ain't you?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you've got to tell the story.
Just randomly place things. You have to have a story to it.
And then we've got Ted and Churn Men giving it the beans, like that. Bosh. He's stood there like that. Yeah, look at this. I've got my big churns. He'll be actually stood up somewhere rather than keep falling down. Like that.
The churns on that.
Then he's going to be stood there, Tedward, right at the front. Like that. Looking all authoritatively. Yeah. So if I lean him and go, there you go. Get what I mean now. So I'll put the webcam in front so you can see the story.
There we go. I got it.
Got it? See? Little hive of activity. White geezers and all of that lot. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, you can see where it's going. Let's just try and get it in focus.
Yeah, that's when it all comes together.
Right.
Awesome.
And then, obviously, I've drawn on the bit of cardboard where all the drain holes and stuff, because I've got to cut all my cobbles and sculpt all of them. But that's what I'm after.
Awesome.
Yeah, you get where it's going now.
Yeah, I fully understand it now.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. And it's amazing how you can get so much. It doesn't have to be a massive, dirty, great big diorama. It doesn't need a big space.
It's only A4.
Yeah.
But that'll just give me what I want. It's busy. Yeah, all right, there's a lot going on there. But that's hustle and bustle, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whilst I've got them all stood up, I'm going to actually take a photograph because... Yeah.
To remind yourself.
No, it's not to remind me. I've got it drawn on the map what goes where with little arrows of directionness. But normally when I've packed everything away, you'll go, here, dude, do you want to send us a photograph to update Facebook? And it's like,
yeah,
so frustrating when I've just packed everything away. So I'll take my photographs now.
Yeah, I like that forward thinking.
Yeah, so, you know, despite what you think, there is some kind of a brain in my head.
I never thought there wasn't.
There you go. Have a bit of that. There you go. Yeah,
Who is Valerie Bottas?
Valtteri Bottas is a Formula One racing driver. For those that don't know what I'm on about, there's a butcher in this. There you go. Anyone that watches Formula One motor racing, you tell me that that butcher isn't Valtteri Bottas. Put a blonde mullet on him. That is Valtteri Bottas. And whilst we're on the subject, Betsy's in the chat. You tell me that that ain't Betsy. If you see Betsy's logo in the Zoom chat, you'll see exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
So there you go. Happy days.
I'll give you that one.
So that's where it's going to be going, that little diode. And it's all going to be done with blue styrene. I've got some grey for the walls because I'm going to sliver that nice and thin. So you'll get to see all the wall effects been done, distressed plaster, all of that. Paving slabs, you know, cracks in pavements, all of that. And if you're not sure, I did something similar with what I'm doing with Ringo, see, just blue styrene, see. Do your brick walls and stuff like that. So it's going to be something along them lines of all your flagstones and bits. So, yeah.
Nice.
So I've got another set of stairs to put together, so I'll do that. And then, yeah. Autosaurus says, time for me to go. I'm having cheeseburgers for dinner. You all have a good evening. No worries, mate. Betsy says, I am now Bob Hoskins. Hey, mate, happy days. Well done, Bob. See what I did?
I see what you did there. There's worse people to be.
There's worse people to be, mate. Trouble is, he's brown bread, isn't he? So, yeah. There is that. So, yeah, I've got another set of stairs to add to that to get them models.
You need stairs.
The eModels diode box, it'll remind me. Because as soon as I open it, I'm going to go, why is there a set of stairs in there?
Yeah.
So we want that, set of railings, and a set of linels. There you go.
Always makes me laugh when I do that. I have something ready and I put something in with a kit and then I half build it, and then when I come back to go back, it's like, wait, why have I got like this? Why is this in the box? What?
Did I have a bit of diagonal railing? Yeah, I did.
What was my plan for this? That it required whatever this thing is in the box. What?
Yeah, that's why I like to keep myself narrated and prompted, because it just reminds me of where I'm going.
Because the thing is, when you're in the middle of a build, of course, it's all fresh in your mind. So you think, I'm not going to forget that I wanted to do this. But then 6 months later, you're like, I've got no idea what I was thinking of doing. Well,
especially when it's a long build like this one, where it's taken a little while. It just keeps you on top of the direction you're going. But I'm quite happy with where it's coming along now. I can focus on three-dimensioning the street scene now. So...
Yep.
Yeah, I can. Now I've got my little map layout underneath there. I can use that as a template, and then when the build is finished, that'll get attached underneath the diode just to give it a bit of reinforcement.
Yep.
That'll just be lent against the back there, going forward on these little Wednesday shows, just so that I can see it, and then I can start sketching out and replicating what I want.
Yeah. If I remember rightly, weren't you going to have like an arch in it or something?
Oh, yeah, there is an arch, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just going to be there. Just you're going to see the bottom edge of it there.
That's right.
Going across, because this is underneath the arch. Yes. There you go. Sorry, folks, for your ear rolls there, but it's been a while. Been a while since we've done that.
Yeah.
What else is there? I've got to matte coat both these trucks, matte coat me figures. I'll do all of that between now and the next show, because I want to protect everything that I've got. I want to protect it, because I am Captain Clumsy. And yeah, I could start slicing me fin bits. I might have the wire cutter on the bench when I do it. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to translate live. I'll have a look at me setup and see if I can get a webcam set up so that you can all see what I'm doing. If it works, then I'll do it that way. If it don't, then I'll have to do it off air. I'm only going to be cutting out thin slices. Yeah, well, we're coming off air in 5 minutes, so yeah. So, yeah, so I shall be coming off at 11 regardless, because I need something to eat. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. It'll just be thin slivers for the pavement, because I want to raise the pavement up. I can then sketch out where all my cobbles are going to go and sit there and sculpt all of them. And then obviously a recessed cellar. So where I've got the styrene that is yay thick, when I come to do the cellar, I shall do the edges and then I shall dig out and cut that out and have a figure poking out of it. Bob, shut your barrel down here. So, yeah. So I'll do that. I've got the top half of a figure somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. But I've got an idea that I might do it somewhat differently and use that as my egg. This goes back to something, I think it might have been Steve that said it. So, yeah. So he made a comment earlier. And, yeah, it kind of has just given me something. And I might just have a particular thing poking out of the hole. So
it planted a seed.
Yeah. So don't be too surprised if there's something slightly odd that appears.
I'm getting flashbacks to... with the idea of like having to have a recess, you have to build the diorama up a bit. It gives me flashbacks to like the Muppets and Yoda in Star Wars, where they had to build the set like a few feet off the ground.
Yeah, but it's just one of them. I can cut down into the dios, see, and just have that poking out, and it's like, oh, the barrel goes here because it's a cellar. So what do? You don't push a barrel into a flat cellar. It's underground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than raise the whole thing up and do an underground cellar, because I'm mindful this is going on a shelf under the counter at eModels, so there is a height restriction that I can go to.
Yeah, and it is nice to have a diorama that actually has that kind of depth to it, because often they're just the flat surface, aren't they? They might be thick, but there's nothing going on below the surface. It's like now you've actually got something underneath the surface. Underneath the surface.
Yeah, this is why when I do the arch, I can only do certain part of it, because if I go too high, it's not going to fit in its home. So I've got to be mindful of that. So.
Yeah, they're not exactly got lots and lots of display space at the eModels store. So
yeah, so don't want to be too annoying to them. But there you go. That's where I've got to. How did you do tonight?
Tonight, Matthew, I have just clean this gink off my hand. I have just done gold, so I've done more gold trim. It doesn't look like I've done much, but it's very slow painting. I've done some of the gold details on the throne, around the horns there, and some more of the gold details around all the jade shenanigans up there, and I've gone over some of the gold here. I started painting his fancy hat, Kroak's fancy hat, which is very fancy.
Nice one.
And there's still loads of gold to paint on him, and I've got loads of gold to paint on the skink there with the spear and all this. There's loads more gold to paint yet. Yeah, and it's not a fast process because it's tiny little details in the heart, and I've got to be very careful where I hold it because everything on this is breakable. So it's a slow process.
Yeah,
I'm loving every minute.
You've not got no holding handle that you can put it on?
No, because I'm constantly adjusting. Because to get to some of the stuff, it's like I paint there and then I'll do that, and I've got to. You can hold it by the base, and I can hold it by a couple of these things because they're quite firm. It's just I've got to be mindful I don't move my hand across there and suddenly snap the spear.
With a holding handle, you could spin it round, couldn't you? And
Yeah, I haven't got one that'll hold it. I've got my big ones, but I don't trust them not to ping off. So I have to trust it to just not going and bending the spear or something like that, which I will do at some point.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go, folks. Well, that's us two for the night. Big thanks for everyone for coming in and keeping us two company. Yep. Really is appreciated. Me and Fox will be back this time next week, hopefully. All going well with H, then we'll do a Wednesday show. We'll see how it goes. And in the meantime, we'll be up on Friday on my channel on the Friday Frolic and back Sunday for the bench. So till then, folks, you stay safe and well. We'll catch you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Adios, amigos.